So this talk is yet another talk. Gosh, you talk too much. I've been told. That's okay. I will talk and talk and talk. There's a time I'm going to exit the talking, but not at this time, because it's getting results. And I need to be freer every day. So, today, no name. Now, I've had that chucked at me lots. Now, I understand when a woman is hired to come beside me and say no name, they usually drop a sock. Not today, maybe. I was a little bit cheeky there, but they often, because it's harassment, but it's also about my idea and my name, Kimamanda Jackson. What they're saying is, we will deny you access on the date site. What they're saying is, we'll deny you access maybe on YouTube. Not. This is one place I still have it. But we will deny you access. We will block you. We will actively deny your name so you're not out there, so no one can see you, no one can hear you. This is what we're doing. And we've took an idea. Because when they're coming beside me and they're saying no name, it's about my name. And my name attached to a writing. Now, I know that. So it's that they're not personalising it towards me, they're personalising about a name, my name attached to an idea. So this is about ideas. So when they're harassing me with no name, and I've had that a lot, by the way, not just today, a lot, then that's about an idea. So I've had a lot of that in different ways, but that mentality of no name, that someone is active, tell them to say no name. So that is one of the things to talk about. Another thing is catfishing. The whole time I've been in New Zealand, the state has not helped, has not protected me or the community, any communities that I went to around catfish. In fact, I'm wondering if the state has organised the catfishers. But the catfishers basically men, and I think they pick married men, and I don't talk to married men. If I know they're married, I will say I'm not interested. I won't even have a date with a man if I know he's married and not separated or living in a separate house. I don't go there. So these catfishers have been around me the whole time in New Zealand. I think they've caused misery. I think they've caused breakup of marriages. I think they've destroyed the moral fibre of society, and the state has encouraged them, knowing it's happening around me, because I've voiced it many times, and actively, wherever I live, getting the neighbours involved in the catfishing, some of them sleeping with a man that's pursuing me, talking to them, and end up sleeping, having sexual relationships with them. Now, that's been going on 20 years here. So, and it's also mostly about blocking me from having access to any relationship. It's been real active, and I'm going to name a group that I think it is. I think it's Ngāi Tahu. Not only do I think it's Ngāi Tahu, I also think there's a Chinese originality. I think there's also a Japan want about the ideas and about family inheritance and assets. And I also think, unfortunately, the Chinese also encourage the English in the want, the garnish want. So really, it's all about greed. It's not about me as a human. They don't think I actually think. I know they know I've done nothing wrong. This isn't even about that. It's an encouragement to catfish. So all those that have catfished, I think some of them are dead now because they've catfished. But often it's been manipulated for them to do it. Now that's a state order. That's an order from someone high. And I keep saying to people, I've wrote it, it's too high. I can't get to it, meaning I can't get to the one that's causing all the harm. So most of it stops, nearly all of it stops, including, can I say, a lot of the harm, the consequences of the harm. Now, catfishing may seem trivial to you, but I've been at the mercy of state-controlled catfishers for years, where they think, I've had hundreds of men approach me thinking they're chatting to me, giving me non-verbal cues that I'm looking at thinking, what the hell is this? I can't read it. And then only afterwards do I realise, oh, that was yet another catfish, and he thinks he's talking to me. He's not talking to me. And that's been ongoing for a very, very long time. I have no phone. I've never had a phone in weeks. I've got no internet in my house. I haven't had it in months. Well, over a year, actually. More than a year, no internet in the house. So unless I have a phone, which hasn't been for the last month, and then use the laptop as the hotspot, which I have done in the past, but only in the last year. Before that, I never did that, because I just had a little bit more money to do that. I haven't been able to do that lately, and I haven't got a phone, so I can't do that at the moment. And I do think, and I have stressed that I believe somebody's so annoyed that they can't use my phone in their catfishing or in their hiding of maybe a dirty romance, or a romance that shouldn't be existing, or that someone doesn't want, or maybe married, or whatever it is. It's guilt. It's their guilt, not mine. And I believe that they've even took more active steps now, and they've got a portable USB or a portable hotspot, and they're actively still using me because they can't stop. Now, why can't they stop? Because there must be something in the psyche that means that they keep on, there must be a want, a need to keep on doing this to me. And it is state backed. I can't say it can't be, because the state has been aware it's crumbled society, and yet they're still backing it. Why do I say that? I say that because those in positions of authority and power to change it haven't. They've let it go on. I think hundreds of divorces have resulted from it. I think hundreds of people have left New Zealand from it. And I think it's decayed and perverted this society in a way that no state should have ever let it. I think New Zealand state has let the country down by making the wrong decisions around humans like me. I don't think I'm the only one. You just open a newspaper every day and see what goes on within families, and the deaths and the murders happening here every day, and the disappearances, which are a lot, and the car crashes, which is more than most countries. They say, oh, it's going down at 200, 300 deaths. Gosh, some never have to. Some countries, most countries, don't have to endure that many deaths, in 1 year. Anyway, I don't know how many deaths it was this year, but some years it's been mighty horrific. So that's my talk. I want you to see this. I want change. I am so sick of being catfished and doing the right thing with my technology, and then the state backing dirty criminality behind the scenes, sometimes in disguise calling it intelligence. That's not intelligence. Catfishing isn't intelligence. It's dirty, seedy perversion. Right, thank you. My name is Kimamanda Jackson.